It was a blessing. Greatest kid in the world.
There are many words a dad can use to describe his son.
Warm heart, beautiful heart, compassionate.
And losing a son that kind is beyond difficult.
Mommy and Daddy's little one, and I couldn't protect them. I had no idea that silent killer was out there, man.
But Jaime remembers the good times, like when Daniel started playing sports.
He got into the football camp. He had this nice group of friends. They were, he felt like he was popular. The girls loved him because he's really handsome kid.
But after the season was over, everything changed.
He'd come home and sleep 6-7 hours. And one time I picked him up and I saw that his eyes were really red. And so all the telltale signs were there.
Daniel went from using marijuana to the powerful sedative Xanax.
He comes walking out and he's stumbling. I have to help him to my car.
After he was confronted, he asked to change schools.
Anytime that you walked into the boys' room, all you could smell was marijuana. He would tell me that he'd be in his classroom and as soon as the teacher turned her back, you saw some kid taking a vape out and taking a hit of the vape.
Things rebounded for only a short period of time before Jaime noticed a prolonged sadness. With medication, he turned around. But soon the pandemic struck and they were forced to stay home. Jaime recalls one night they looked through his son's baby photos together.
He hugged me and he said, "I really love you, Dad." He said, "You're the greatest dad in the world."
Daniel soon went to bed. His father went to his room to wake him the following morning.
I found him in a lying position, but because of how I saw his face and his demeanor, and I knew that my son had passed away.
Paramedics revived his son. Daniel spent 4 days in a coma.
Nurses crying with us. It was just heartbreaking. They couldn't, and what we did is we put pictures of him in his room so that anybody who walked in there, they could see who my son was.
It was soon determined that Daniel was brain dead.
They disconnected the machines at around 3:45 in the afternoon, and he passed away at 5:08 in the evening.
But left behind were many questions. What happened?
I had found half a pill, gave it to the authorities. They did an analysis of it, and it came back pure fentanyl. It was garbage pressed, and it was fentanyl. Probably enough to kill 5 adults.
Today, Jaime takes his grief and puts it to work.
It's still really raw.
Talking to troubled youth and parents.
I hope no parent here has to go through what my family is going through right now.
He shares his losses.
I'm never going to see my son have kids. I'm never going to be a grandfather. That was stolen from me.
And now he wants justice.
He was murdered. Somebody sold him pure fentanyl. And somebody has to pay for that.
Jaime is working to lead a movement to bring a charge of drug-induced homicide to California. You see, it's already on the books in 25 other states facing the same plague of deadly overdoses. It holds responsible people that give drugs to a person that results in death, a sentence comparable to manslaughter or murder. But until that happens,
I'm asking you to not do any drugs.
He'll keep sharing his message with anyone who will listen, including the drug dealers themselves.
To the person who sold my son fentanyl, and to all of the drug dealers that are out there, I am your number one enemy. And if they don't find you, I will.
Reporting from Saugus, I'm Austin Dave.